Hey guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, we should put more people on camera. Fozzie wants to see more Vibers on camera, and it's only fair because I wasn't on camera and now I am. I wasn't going to be on camera until I had 10,000 subscribers, which is never, so I would, I would be fine. Oh man. Hi, Viper class. Horsefish made it. Christy made it. Colette made it. Man, I wonder how many of you are devious females, though. I need to know. Actually, Fozzie wants to know. So, hi, Rebecca. So, my air conditioner unit, this is why you don't listen to Fozzie. Fozzie says, all you got to do is call them. All you got to do is call them. Call them. Well, I did call them, and it was terrible. It was terrible. I called them and I said, my air conditioner stopped working. And his first question to me was, how do you know that? He asked me how I knew that. I said, you know, said my display is completely blank. It's not turning on. He says, "Well, how do you know that your display is blank?" I said, "Are you asking me how I know my display is blank?" Because I wanted to understand what his question was. I thought maybe, I was misinterpreting him. I said, "Are you asking me how I know my display is blank?" He said, "Yes." I said, "I'm looking at it." He said, "Well, it might not be the display." I said, "Okay, but my air conditioner doesn't work." He said, "Well, how do you know that?" I said, "Because I can't turn it on. My display is blank." I was trying to keep my cool, but I didn't keep my cool. I'm just telling you, I didn't. I said, "Okay." I said, I checked the breaker. The breaker's fine. I said, "I checked power to the furnace. There's power to the furnace. It's fine." I said, "I changed my air filter and there were cat balls in there." I said, "So that might be why it shut down." He said to me, he said, "You are not a trained furnace technician. You should not be doing any of that to a gas furnace." I said, "Okay, thank you, goodbye." A little bit different than that. I said it a little bit different than that, but that's see, you can't keep your cool when the goddamn air conditioner doesn't work. That's right, Rebecca. So no, I will die on this hill. Me and Donald, me and Donald are gonna fix this ourselves. Oh man, I was livid. You know, I was livid. He said, we were talking, and he said it will cost $189 for someone to come out to look at it. He said, but it might not be broken. He said it might be something simple. I said, you're going to charge me $189 for you to come out and fix something simple? He said, how do you know it's something simple? I couldn't, I couldn't, I couldn't, I couldn't. If you lived in Texas, oh, because it'd be too hot for me? No, 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 it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't, Fozzie, because you want to know why? I'm over 50 years old. I understand how it feels to get very, 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 very hot and live with it. No, I don't have any right now. Any. I want one of yours, darkest. Rebecca, yes. No, Rebecca, I don't need no man. No. I'm gonna lean on Donald. I'm gonna send him all these pics. And then I'm gonna send him pics of the air conditioner and he's gonna tell me because he's certified. Hi, Steve. All right. What are we doing today? We have two ends of the spectrum again. One guy doesn't need a lawyer at all. One guy does need a lawyer 7 years later. We have some wise words. It's nothing crazy happens in this one clip, but the judge is very wise, and I think we should all listen to him, especially me, 100% me. Oh, man. And then we have Judge Fleischer. We have one more too. I just can't remember what it is right now. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're gonna like this judge. You're gonna like this judge. All right, but let's start with you're the judge you're gonna like. Here we go.
Ms. Berman, good afternoon. Case comes on for an advisement on a post-judgment matter. The court noted that the bond was set on the failure to appear at $200 cash only, with conditions of report to probation within 24 hours and comply with probation. Ms. Malcolm.
Judge, we would be asking that the bond be converted to a personal recognizance bond. I've spoken to Ms. Richardson. I don't think she's objecting. Would you like to hear anything further?
Maybe.
Okay.
I thought I got the very beginning. But
Yeah, if anybody has an argument as to why that's appropriate, I would love to hear
Yes,
it.
Judge. Thank you.
Okay.
So I've spoken to Ms. Berman. She's currently homeless and living in Denver. She was having trouble getting to court. However, she does stay at the Dolores Project, which helps her with resources, including rides to court. So she told me that
How long has she been staying there?
I'd have to ask her.
Okay.
I didn't ask.
Okay.
But one thing that they can do is give her bus passes, and so she's able to get to court. So that would be my ask for a personal recognizance bond, because she can get to court. She's put in some kites to ask someone to contact the Dolores Project for her, but she's been unsuccessful. But she knows that they generally save beds for people to a certain extent when they're in custody. Not if they're held for a long time, but she does think that she could get her bed back if she was released today and have access to those bus passes so she can get back to court.
Wasn't she arrested in Jeffco? Just a few weeks ago?
What case in Jefferson County? Because I don't have it.
Arrested in this case.
Oh, in this case, in Jefferson County.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't say that clearly. After not showing up here, then arrested in Jefferson County, not Denver.
That's possible. I didn't ask her about that, so I don't know why she was in Jefferson County. But like I said, she has access to bus passes, so it's possible that she got to Jefferson County for some reason.
But not Boulder.
Not for her court date, no.
Right. Bond remains set at $200 cash only, as it was set on the failure to appear. Conditions remain as set. Report to probation within 24 hours. Comply with probation. We'll set this to Division 8. First appearance date, please. Yes, we can do it within 2 weeks. I don't want to set it outside of 14 days. Sure. Let's do it a PD day. Here, probably here. No, on a PD day. But I mean, or here.
Oh, it would be next week.
Okay. That's June 6th. June 6th, 1:30 p.m. A continued first appearance. Unless you like set it for a hearing on that date.
No. I
Okay.
don't want to do that.
First appearance here at the jail, June 6th, 1:30. And anything else from either side? That's all I had to address.
No.
Ms. Richardson, anything else?
No,
All right. Ms. Berman, I set your case quick as we can next week for you to resolve this, or set it for a hearing too, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Cameron here. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hey, Zip.
Can we just talk?
Yes, we did, Your Honor. And,
Okay, I thought so. 24M 1022. This is a new case. The court's reviewed this case, finding probable cause. Again, I've issued another criminal protection order that tells you you may have no contact with the alleged victim in this case, direct or indirect. Do you understand?
No, Your Honor, that specific court document doesn't show my accurate name. Secondly, I had actually called an ambulance to go to the hospital, and they took me to the different. They took me to the hospital.
Hold on. I'm just asking a direct question. I'm issuing an order that tells you that you may have no contact with the alleged victim in this case.
What I'm saying, Your Honor.
Do you understand that I'm telling you that order?
What I'm saying is I don't understand where that's.
Okay, we're going to pass this case for a little bit. How about Mr. Jameson? Is Mr. Jameson here?
He's here.
Ma'am, I'm going to come back to you. I just want to move some other people around who are less obstructive. Mr. Jameson?
So he cut her off flat. She started talking all this stuff. She had a simple question, cut it off flat. So let's go back to her. When he goes back to her, let's see if she learned.
Yes.
All right.
Just the one lady.
Ms. Cameron, let's take care of your case now, ma'am. I think that's the last. Is that right?
That's the last one.
Okay. So, Ms. Cameron, sorry, I've just paused. I wanted to take care of some of the other cases before we chatted. I'm happy to hear anything you want to tell me, maybe within reason, but I have to get an answer to this question first. The order, and you can disagree with the order, that's okay. But
I don't understand the order, Your Honor.
yeah, the order that I'm giving you is that you may have no contact with the person who's the named or alleged victim in the case. And I just have to make sure that you understand that I'm telling you that.
No, I don't understand, Your Honor. What I'm just going to explain.
Okay, I understand.
I know my legal attorney. I spoke to her. I previously had a brain seizure because I had also a post-traumatic stress disorder. And when I was injured, when I was first here, that's why I called an ambulance because I wasn't feeling good. I'm American Indian, federally recognized rural tribal member. I have a right to hunt and gather, and so an IV bag of fluids is basically a form of that. I had my business license with me, my employer identification number, my insurance card. I had my tribal identification card. So I don't know why I was turned away or what happened or what was occurring, but basically I probably had another seizure. So I apologize. And I've spoken on Saturday about that with my.
Thank you. The court has reviewed the file. I do find probable cause. The criminal protection order remains unacknowledged. The defendant may not bond out of jail until she acknowledges that on the record. Bond is set at $1,000 cash sure to your property. No contact with the alleged victim. No weapons. The arraignment will be in Division 7, along with the case that's already set there, which is 24M 1003, July 11 at 1:30 p.m. Ms. Malcolm.
Yes, Judge. At this point, I'll be raising the issue of competency. Ms. Land also asked that I do that.
All right, we'll set this for a review within 21 days. Can we get a review within 21 days, please?
Can we get a witness within 21 days?
We follow up with a written motion.
Yes, Ms. Land will.
Perfect.
Let's do June 14 then.
June 14 at 9:30, and that's in the division. June 14, 9:30 a.m., Division 7. WebEx is authorized, if that makes sense, for the jail. I'm going to reset also 24M 1003, same date and time for a review. I'm not going to vacate that July date just yet. We'll see how things go. But for now, both cases, June 14, 9:30. The court is noting competency raised by defense. I'm ordering in custody evaluation. And we're setting that competency review. on June 14, 9:30. Is there anything else to discuss?
Judge, just that on June 14th, I'd like to put the district attorney on notice that we'd be asking to address bond again, but once we know the what the evaluation says.
Okay. Well, if appropriate, we'll discuss that. Yes, everybody's on notice. Anything else?
No.
Mr. Richardson, anything to address on the case?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Cameron, we'll see you on the 14th. Mr. Sang?
I mean, it's not good for me when he shuts that down like that, but I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. She just got muted. I need a mute button. I need a mute button in my life. Okay. This guy, the judges are just asking simple questions, guys. Simple questions. And they just can't get an answer.
D 17 1801 F6002533. State of Indiana versus Devantia Cruz. Can you hear me, Ms. Cruz?
Yes.
Mr. Cruz, this is the status of counsel. You were going to hire a lawyer. How you doing on that?
Well, unfortunately, I reached out to him on the 18th, and he just texted me right now saying he couldn't do it. And he actually told me he was going to try to see if he can take the case. I have his number. His name Wham Carey, and he also told me he was going to try to contact. He had some friends that was placed in Indiana, which was a lie. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to create one.
All right. So are you going to hire a lawyer, or are you unable to hire one because you can't afford it? What are you doing?
What I tried to do was I tried to pay a lawyer, and what he did was he just texted me today and said he can't do it. That's what I tried my best to do everything in my willpower to get a lawyer.
And so again, I got the text messages. He's just not telling me right now while I'm logged in that he don't do Indiana cases. He just told me that. Okay, but there are lots and lots of lawyers who do. So are you telling me that you're still working on hiring a different lawyer than that person? Or are you telling me you can't afford a lawyer and you'd like me to consider appointing one?
If at this point, I think the best thing would be an appointed one, because I don't want to keep going back and forth with the situation.
It doesn't necessarily work like that, but I'll consider it. Raise your right hand wherever you're at.
Okay.
Do you swear affirm under the penalties for perjury the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, put your hand down. Do you have a job?
Yes, I do.
What do you do?
I'm a contractor.
All right, and how much are you bringing home a week?
I get paid bi-weekly.
How much are you getting paid every other week?
It's $1,500. This is what's the conversation last court date, and they told me I wasn't eligible for a PD. That's why I'm supposed to get what I'm supposed to do.
I agree with them. So you'll need to hire a lawyer. How long do you need to make this happen, sir?
I mean, I can't make no one take my case. I'm trying to do the best thing. I reached out to a lawyer. He postponed me. He's just not calling me today. I tried to do everything I could.
Oh, Steve, wait till you see how much he stalled. Wait till you see.
So, I mean, everything that you're telling me to do, I did it. And he figured to do what he said he was going to do. He just not texting me today. I mean, what I would do is I will continue to reach out so we can further this case. I'm not trying to keep postponing this case. This case is 7 years old.
7.
It's stressing me out, really.
All right. Well, here's what I'm willing to do with you, sir. I will set this for another remote hearing in 2 weeks for a review of counsel. If you're unable to do that, then we'll have to set this on the in-person calendar and sort this out. So I'm willing to do one more remote hearing for a review of counsel.
I just want to ask you what would be the difference between in-person and remote, because me not having a lawyer, it don't make it better me being in person. I mean, I'm just trying to get this stuff over with. I didn't even do this.
Okay. I'm telling you that I'm right now, this will be our third try at trying to do this. And so I'm willing to do
I
one
did
more.
what I could.
I'm trying to
doing
do
what I
one
could
more.
this 7 years ago.
All right. So we'll see you back here on June the 10th for remote review of counsel.
I might
hearing.
need more time than that. That
You
may
can-
not be enough time because
You can come back on and you can tell me that then. But I'll see you on June the 10th for remote review of counsel hearing. Thank you, sir.
All right, what time?
8:30 in the morning. Thank you.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I sent you an email.
7 years is not enough time to get a lawyer, Judge. You have to be more reasonable. I need, like, I don't know. Can we do this next year? All right, now we're going to the opposite side of the spectrum, where this guy is sure he don't need no lawyer.
Modify the conditions of your probation or order you to serve
And I do realize that the sound and the video does not match up, but you'll be okay. Just breathe through it.
the balance of your suspended jail sentence. Do you understand your legal rights as I've explained them to you?
Yes, I do.
Do you intend to hire private counsel or do you want a public defender?
I just intend to go pro se. If that would be at all possible, sir.
That's a really bad idea, Mr. Downs, but you know
I mean,
what? The Supreme Court says
Great
I have to
idea.
let you do that if you want to do that.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's a really bad idea.
I'm just basically trying to push for to get house arrest or work release.
Yeah.
That's
And you don't know what to ask for to get that. And you think that you're going to go today and you're going to get it and you're not, because I don't have anything to do that. Nothing. That's why I'm asking you, do you want an attorney? Or if you want to represent yourself, I got to let you do that. You just tell me what you want to do, Mr.
I'll just
Downs.
represent myself. Mr.
Okay. Have you got any specialized training in the law?
I do not.
Do you know Indiana law, Indiana trial procedure, or the Indiana rules of evidence?
Yes, I do.
You do?
I mean, I know what I've learned.
Well, just out of fun, what's evidentiary rule 403?
I'm not exactly positive on that, sir, to be honest. I'm not an attorney, but I just know I'm trying to get this taken care of as fast as I can so I can get back out to my daughter and get taken care of her.
Okay. I'm going to let you represent yourself. Are you telling me you're waiving your right to counsel?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Downs, you have certain rights in a probation violation. I just read those to you. Did you hear them?
Yes, I did.
I want to emphasize some. First of all, any allegation of a violation of your probation must be proven by preponderance of the evidence. You're entitled to have a trial in open court just like you're having right now. You're entitled to be represented by an attorney and consult with an attorney regarding this matter. You've waived that right already.
Yes, sir.
You're entitled to subpoena witnesses to testify on your behalf at no cost. You're also entitled to confront any witnesses that would be called to testify against you and to cross-examine them. Are you telling me that you understand your constitutional rights, you're waiving those rights, and you're admitting that you violated probation without a trial in open court?
Yes.
Let's turn to the factual basis for the admission. So here's the first allegation against you. It says that you were ordered to report to probation on January 18, 2024, and that you failed to keep that appointment. Is that correct?
That's true.
Then again, on February 1, you were scheduled to appear at Elkhart County Probation, and you failed to appear for that scheduled appointment. Is that correct?
Yeah, I actually had no knowledge of that court appearance that I was supposed to go to. I had moved out of my dad's house. Me and him had an argument or whatever. I had moved out. He had never told me that I had that court appearance to go to, or I definitely would have showed up. I'm sorry about that, court. The courts. Your Honor.
Well, and they texted a message to you at your last known telephone number and also sent you an appointment letter to your last known address. Are you telling me you didn't get those?
I never did.
You knew you were on probation though, correct?
Yeah, I was pretty sure. What I was seeing is that I had 200 days of probation. I thought I had 200 days of probation left because of all the time that I had sat. So I had sat 86 days in jail actually on this matter. Okay, so I figured I probably had 200 days probation left somewhere there, and then I seen where they was trying to give me the whole 365 days probation. So I was trying to get this maybe seen back in front of you in court where we could maybe get it taken care of, where I can get some of the credit for the actual time that I spent, because I spent 86 days in this case already.
See, here we go. This is exactly why you need an attorney. This is exactly why you need an attorney. Congratulations.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dugan.
Amazing, Mr. Downs, amazing. I thought we'd get through it without you proving me right. Wrong again. You proved me right. You need an attorney. I have no idea what you're talking about. You realize that, don't you? You wrote me a letter on this. It doesn't comport with what the record shows on your case. Do you understand that? You were ordered to get an addictions evaluation and follow-up treatment. Did you do that?
I never did.
Did you complete the victim impact panel?
No, I have not.
Were you employed when you got picked up?
No, was not.
Okay, court finds the defendant admitted violating the terms of his probation. Specifically, the court finds that the defendant missed appointments with his probation officer, that he failed to get an addictions evaluation as ordered by the court, that he failed to attend the victim impact panel as ordered by the court, and that he failed to maintain employment. Now, let me see. They're suggesting that your probation be revoked and you be ordered to serve your suspended sentence. What's your suggestion?
Can I please go to the work release center?
I don't know if you qualify.
I mean, I was gonna see if I can get an evaluation. That's why I don't go last time.
That may be the first thing you've said that I actually agree with.
All right, thank you, Officer Cristofino.
Judge Cristofino, Judge, out on the street, you can call me, out on the street, you can call me Mike.
Okay.
Up here, Judge Cristofino, okay?
That's Cristofino. Sorry about that.
And for the record, Mr. Downs, you filed a motion to modify your sentence. I denied that. I mean, it didn't comport with anything under Indiana law, but more importantly, it seems to me you're raising some of these same issues that we need to get figured out what's going on. Okay, give me a moment.
This judge absolutely needs everything to go by the law, and this guy put some motions in that meant absolutely nothing.
Moment.
Thank you.
Do you want to go to Elkhart County Community Corrections, or are you thinking Michiana Community Corrections? What's your thought?
MCC possibly would be better.
Let's get both.
That would be great. I think you thank
MCC doesn't have work release. Michiana Community Corrections doesn't have work release. It's just home detention. Elkhart County, and you've been,
I can definitely do house detention.
Well, you've been talking about work release. And that would be Elkhart County Community Corrections. That's why I asked. I think the other thing we need is a credit time memo.
Yeah.
And the real problem is going to be without an attorney. I don't know if you're going to see any of this stuff before you get back into court. Do you realize that? You can get on my case and perhaps look at some of it. But again, probably the reason why you need an attorney.
I'm just trying to get everything done as fast as I can, sir. So I can get back out here and to help take care of my daughter.
It's another reason why you need an attorney. Okay, I'm going to reset this for
Maybe he does havoc, air condition. We always get a truck or an ambulance or a police car or a fire truck right outside the judge's courtroom.
mark this for Amy. Cause coming on for preliminary hearing on violation of probation. Defendant appears in person from the Elkhart County Correctional Facility as a self-represented litigant via WebEx, State of Indiana, in court by Deputy Prosecuting Attorney Lucas Shoemake. Court conducts preliminary hearing on alleged violation of probation. Defendant waives his right to counsel and proceeds as a self-represented litigant. Defendant waives his constitutional rights and his right to trial and admits violating the terms of his probation. Specifically, the court finds the defendant missed probation appointments, failed to get an addictions evaluation, failed to complete the victim impact panel, and failed to maintain employment. Court orders Elkhart County Community Corrections and Michiana Community Corrections to file eligibility reports with the court. Court orders Elkhart County Court Services to prepare and file a credit time memorandum with the court. Court resets this matter for further dispositional hearing July 3, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. It is so ordered. I'm going to see you back here July 3, and we'll see if we can't get your case done. Good luck, Mr. Downs.
Thank you.
Okay, we got to be there at 8:30. I didn't hear the date, but that doesn't matter. 8:30. We'll need to be there. Okay, now this next one is nothing crazy happens, but the judge gives good advice in an absolute wonderful accent.
In other words, have you been to prison? Just got out. When did you get out?
February.
Okay, why were you in prison in February?
I was revoked on probation for this violation.
For how long did you stay in prison?
2 years.
Did you learn anything?
Yes, sir.
Was that your first time in prison?
Yes, sir.
What do you think you learned?
A lot. Never to go back.
What got you here? Was it drug use or just stealing for the sake of stealing?
I don't know, it's just a compulsion that I have a problem that I need to work on.
Okay, compulsion to take things that don't belong to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, you know, have you ever had the shoplifting course? Have you ever taken the shoplifting course?
No, sir.
Well, there's a course. I don't know if they've got it here on this one or not. You don't.
do it, they can buy it. Are you gonna do it? Cost money, yeah.
At the bar.
So what she said.
But it's not on here. Y'all don't have it on, don't have it on here. It's mandatory in my court. It doesn't cost much. That's what I just asked her. All right. I understand. Thank you. Oh, yeah. All right, Ms. Robbins, for me to accept this sentence, which is a deviation from what I would ordinarily do, that you're going to be required to work with Reverend Bell in his what they call MRT. It's called moral recognition therapy.
I took that.
You already had that?
Yes, I took
Where did you have it?
in prison.
So you had it in prison, okay. Maybe you need to work with Reverend Bell on a refresher, just up the course. Now, there's also a shoplifting course that you will be required to take. I think it costs $75. I hadn't looked in a long time. You can either do it online or you can buy the material. But the basic bottom line of what it tells you in that shoplifting course, and I'm sure there's a lot more. The basic bottom line, however, is to not shop, is to buy. This is what my wife accuses me all the time. If I need a white shirt, I walk into the store, I go to the white shirt counter, I pick up the white shirt and I walk out of the store. I don't walk around the store looking for something else to want. I know what I wanted, I go get it, I leave the store. You start walking around the store, you start looking for stuff that you might want. That's when you get in trouble. That's when you pick up stuff. I get in trouble because I pick up stuff I don't really need and pay for it. And then I'm out my money for something I really didn't need to begin with. You're going to see things that you think you want, and you're going to steal them. That's how you get in trouble. So the key is if you go to a store to buy something, you go get it, pick it up, walk straight out of the store, pay for it, and leave. That way you don't see things that you would want, can't afford, et cetera, and then you end up in trouble. So you're going to be required to take that shoplifting course and work with Reverend Bell. Probation, y'all should have the information of where that is, and you can direct her to that service. I don't think it's very expensive. Yeah. All right, you agree to that to be added to this recommendation that they make it in your case?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, back to the regular story here. You are each advised that if you're not a citizen of the United States, a plea of, in other words,
So it's an interesting way to shop. Now, all the men are like, okay, that's how you shop. All the women are like, what? Listen, you don't go to Target to buy something. You don't go and say, I need a shirt. You go to Target and then Target tells you what you want to buy. That's just how it works. And you don't know what Target's trying to tell you unless you go down every aisle. You just don't know. go into a store, buy what you want. That's crazy. I've never heard of anything like that in my whole life. Even when even when I get gas at the gas station, I let it tell me what to buy while I'm in there. I don't even need to go in there. I can just pay at the pump. No, they're in your brain. You just yes, you just maybe your brain is your dowsing rod. You just walk around and pop things into your cart. Yes, it's target marketing. That's what it is. All right, I'm going to try to listen to the judge next time I go buy something. That means the judge is definitely an amateur. That means before I go shopping, I have to figure out I need something, what it is, get it, and leave without buying one other thing. That's impossible. I don't even think that's possible. Nope. Nope. Forget it. I'm out. I'm out. I'm not man enough to do something like that. Just not. Well, some of us are. Yes, she's the judge's wife. Yep, we're gonna make shopping tuning forks. Okay, we're going. It's over. It's time to go to Fleischer, guys. We're going to Fleischer now, and I got all of them. I got everybody in front of Fleischer today because he had a light docket. He had a nice light docket. I didn't have half or hours left over. Well, yeah, you're a bot. We all know you're a bot. You in that poker room. Yes. Fozzie is a bot I created in code. Yep. Colluding with the poker bots. Yep. You know how those bots are. Fozzie's a bot in all the chat rooms. That's why he's in different channels, because he's their bot. It comes with the YouTube stuff, a Fuzzy bot. and his buddy, a Donald bot. Okay, time for Fleischer. Time for Fleischer. I didn't see any of this, so I know he's dressed nicely in blue, guys. Hi, Patrick.
I cannot believe you got another.
You look very nice today, Donald. You look very nice today. And you're witty and all kinds of flattery. I'm gonna text Donald later.
Other PR bond. I will play this game with you again. I'm sending you right now for a drug and alcohol test. You flake on me again, I'm going to put you in jail again. And we're going to continue to play this game. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Tracy, do you mind sending him for a drug and alcohol test right now, please? Take a seat for me, sir.
All right, Judge, the next one is page 17, Ovalle.
Ovalle, OVA. Araf Ovalle. Mr. Ovalle, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer, the lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
Judge, on May 22nd, 2024, officers were dispatched to assist a disabled vehicle in Harris County, Texas. The vehicle was disabled on the westbound side of the freeway. The defendant driver stepped out of the passenger side of his vehicle. and what the defendant was the sole occupant of the vehicle, and advised his car died while traveling, and stated he was attempting to exit the freeway. Officers asked for ID, which was in the defendant's backpack, and confirmed he had a weapon in the vehicle. Officers received consent to take the backpack. Upon opening the door, officers detected the odor of marijuana emitting from the vehicle. Defendant confirmed that it was marijuana in the vehicle. It would equal a weight of 0.220 ounces.
Okay. Mr. Ovalle, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. How old are you, sir?
20.
What do you do for a living?
I worked in the Galleria. I recently just switched. I work for EOS Fitness right now.
Where are you working in the Galleria now?
Hugo Boss.
Okay. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons. Do you understand?
What does that mean exactly?
No weapons.
Okay.
Just what it means. Don't have possession of a gun. Don't have possession of any other weapons. As long as you can abide by this and you do not pick up any new cases, you'll be fine with me.
Okay.
I'm not asking much. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Well, Donald, I too am wearing a mankini with a flashlight in it.
As long as, if you violate this condition, I'll revoke your bond. I'll put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. And I'm going to tell you now, it looks like a really cush gig to work at Hugo Boss, right? You land up in jail, you're probably going to lose that job. So how much money do you make a month?
Like $2,400 a month within Hugo Boss.
Okay.
I've just started here. Like this is my second day today, so I'm not too sure about this. I haven't gotten a check from them.
We're going to give you a reset. I'm going to give you a month. You need a lawyer to represent you in this case. So from between now and then, start interviewing people. When you come back, please have a lawyer. For now, I'll have you go to Victoria. We'll have you sign a reset. After that, I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box. We're going to have you sign bond conditions. Do not leave until you sign. You know what? He was driving, right? Do you have a Texas driver license?
Yes, sir.
You have valid liability insurance in your name.
Yes, sir.
As long as you have both, you run his license, please, Kevin. You may continue to drive. If you do not have.
Did you hear that? We got it. Okay, so the person to the judge's left's name is Kevin. And is he pretrial? Right? Is he the prosecutor? Is he the new prosecutor? Or he has to be the new prosecutor, not pretrial? Right? But now we know his name. Kevin is to the left.
Liability insurance. If you do not have a Texas driver license, you may not drive. That's also a condition.
Okay.
All right? Okay. Please.
There's no weapons.
No weapons. And then, yeah, please run.
Buenos días, mucho gusto, me llamo Luis, el intérprete. Pase aquí, por favor. Solamente mira el juez y le contesta en español nada más. ¿Entendió? Sí. A ver.
Order in the court for the translator.
Are you Saul Vasquez Hernandez?
Yes.
Mr. Vasquez Hernandez, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir. Okay.
Yes, Judge, on May 25th, 2024, in Harris County, Texas, officers observed the vehicle drive over the broken white line, make a quick jerky motion and nearly collide with another vehicle. Traffic stop conducted. Officers noted alcohol emitting from the defendant's breath and observed the defendant to have mildly red eyes and slow speech. The defendant admitted to consuming one Bud Light beer. SFSTs were conducted 6 out of 6 HGM, 5 out of 8 walk and turn, 1 out of 4 one-leg stands, DIC 24 red, admitted to breath, results 0.14, 0.15.
Okay. Can you do me a favor and look to see if he has any prior DWIs?
Even I played Judge Simpson yesterday for the first and the probably last time. I love him. I love him. It has nothing to do with him. It just doesn't. But yeah.
Mr. Vasquez Hernandez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen?
No.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Without permission.
What happens if you go to jail?
Usted va a una cárcel.
¿Verdad?
I'm sorry?
What happens
Ajá.
if you go to jail?
Si usted va a la cárcel. I wouldn't know.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. American courts, thank you.
Immigration sweeps the jail on a daily basis. I'm warning you now that if you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put a detainer on you. You will remain in custody until immigration is done with you, and it usually takes about 6 to 9 months just to get a hearing. You're out, you got out of jail now. You were lucky to get out. Not many people are. I'm putting conditions on your bond now. If you violate these conditions, I will put you in jail. And if you are unlucky enough, you're going to be there for an extremely long time. Do you understand?
Señor. Yes.
I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication.
Guys, here's the link. Hold on, there it goes. Check out American Courts, guys. Go check out American Courts.
You do not have a Texas driver license, do you?
Licencia para conducir de Texas, ¿no?
No.
No.
And you are not allowed to drive. You will be signing with me today a promise. This is an affidavit. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care if you need groceries, the kids got to go to school. If you don't have a license and liability insurance, you're not to drive. That is a bond condition. If I find that you do, you will go to jail.
¿Entendió, señor?
Sí.
Yes.
There's no record of
Okay, wonderful. Beautiful. You will be randomly tested also to prove to us that you're not consuming alcohol or any kind of illegal drugs. If I find that you're consuming alcohol, because I'm also making it a condition that you're not to consume alcohol, if I find that you do, likewise, you will go to jail. You will not get any more PR bonds if I have to put you in jail.
Lo pondré en la cárcel.
You have a lawyer. Good job on having a lawyer. Because you have one, I will waive your appearance, but you must stay in touch with Mr. Strauss, and he will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If Brandon comes back to me and tells me that he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. No drinking, no driving, and stay in contact with your lawyer. You understand?
Yeah.
You will not get
Sí, señor.
me, sir.
Yo sé que usted no va a recibir ninguna otra advertencia de parte mía, creo que di. Perdón.
So for now, I'll.
That's awesome, Hope. Hope, that's awesome. So yeah, guys, if you haven't already sent your letter to Judge Fleischer, letting him know how great he is, please send him a note. Just send him a note saying how great he is. It only takes a second, and it would be awesome. I did Patreon, Carolyn. This is PayPal. Oh, by the way, Victoria Melissa suggested that we make sure we put his name on the letter. And you want to know why they suggested that? Because somebody may or may not have sent a box of candy without Judge Fleischer's name on it.
Have you come up here and swear to us that you're not going to drive? We will get you to Victoria to where we'll have you sign a reset. After that, you'll get with Tracy for your bond conditions, and after that, you may go. Be careful, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're the best. Thank you, Luis. All right, counsel, you ready?
Yes,
Hi.
Judge. Spanish speaker as well, so Spanish speaker arraignment.
Okay.
Cabrera,
One more.
Your Honor.
Got it. Cabrera, Mr. Clay.
Yes, sir.
Do we have the co-defendant here as well?
I don't know. I'm not.
Miramos
on
Luis,
that
en
case.
caso que mucho
I'm not
gusto
on that
pase aquí
case.
adelante.
Okay.
Solo
Is it on?
al juez y le contesta en español. Usted ya vio cómo es esto. Le contesta en español en voz alta. ¿Cuál es tu apellido?
Cabrera.
Cabrera. Marlon. Very kind of you.
Okay, you are Christian Cabrera.
Cabrera, ¿es usted, señor?
Mr. Cabrera, you're charged with theft.
Acusa de hurto.
It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the amount, so you are facing up to a year in jail and/or $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Please don't say anything.
Diga nada durante esta hora.
Yes, Your Honor, on May 22nd, 2024, officers were dispatched to a theft at Macy's. The complainant, the loss prevention officer, caught both defendants on closed circuit television, concealing items and passing all points of sale without attempting to pay for the bribes. And the total amount of the theft was $1,482.50.
Where was this from? You said Macy's in the Galleria, Houston Galleria?
Deerbrook, I believe.
You said Deerbrook.
Yes,
Man,
59.
they're all in Deerbrook.
Deerbrook, near me. Maybe you could have the amount, again, I think I made a mistake.
No worries. The amount
La cantidad
was
$1,482.50. Thank you.
Mr. Cabrera, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen?
No.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Permiso, sin permiso. Permiso. With permission.
I don't know if you have permission
Yo
or
no sé
not.
si usted tiene
You
permiso o
could be
no.
the Queen of England.
Puede ser la reina de Inglaterra por el que
I
sepa.
don't care. If there's a problem with your paperwork
Papeleo.
and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they're going to keep you. And they will keep you there until immigration is done with you, which could be 9 months, a year, 6 months. All I know is that it's a long time. Putting conditions on your bond now. If you violate these conditions, I'm going to put you in jail. And if you're unlucky enough, you're going to be there for a long time. Do you understand?
Entendió. Sí, señor o no, señor? Sí, señor. Yes, sir.
I'm forbidding you from going to any Macy's whatsoever while this case is open and not to go to Deerbrook Mall at all.
No vaya al Mall Deerbrook.
Do you know what the relationship of the co-defendant? They're not married, kids? Okay. Mr. Cabrera, I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the co-defendant in this case. That is Miss Perez.
Pérez.
Do you understand what's expected of you?
Lo que se espera de usted, señor. Yes, I understand. No entendí lo último que dijo, señor. I didn't understand that last part you said.
No contact
Ningún
with the
contacto.
co-defendant.
La coacusada.
Yes. Okay. I'm a lawyer.
Usted tiene un abogado.
Stay in touch with Mr. Clay. He will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he comes back to me and tells me that you're playing games, that you're not responding to phone calls, text messages, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You got out of jail because you got a free bond. You will not get another one. You start acting a fool in the free world, I will take it away from you. You understand?
Entendió.
Yes. All right. I'll have you get a Victoria sign and reset. After that, I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. I'll have you sign it, and at that point, you'll be free to go. Take care, Mr. Cabrera.
What about weapons, Your Honor?
I don't know. I just, for sure, no going to any Macy's, Deerbrook Mall, and then no contact with the co-defendant.
Yes. I gave him that shirt.
Okay.
No.
No.
I sell burritos.
Sorry, guys, I'm almost done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to know.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, who do we have here?
Ovalle,
Okay.
Robert Perez.
It's a plea. All right, are you Robert Perez?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Perez, you're charged with failure to stop and give information, which is a Class B misdemeanor. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. What have you guys worked out right now?
Sorry, Judge.
What have you guys worked out?
Time served, Your Honor.
anything else you want to
Is this what you want to do, Mr. Perez? You must understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest.
Thank you so much, Fozzie, for the PayPal. I really appreciate it. Wow. Wow. And I'm doing my best. Okay. I'm doing my best. I'm sorry, but thank you so much. Jin Hug Ching. Did I get close? Thank you so much for the PayPal. Thank you so much, guys. I'm overwhelmed. Thank you.
Rest of your life. You can never take it off no matter what you do. From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail if you ever pick up any more cases.
Yes, sir.
You give up also a lot of rights by entering into this agreement today. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this, you can never come back. I do see that you have a prior burglary of a motor vehicle from Court 12. So that means from now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. So I would be very careful how you conduct yourself. How do you plead to this offense, sir? I will find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, sentence you to it, and good luck to you, sir. Thanks, Brandon.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, what time are we going for tax?
Council for a reset? Good too.
All right, are you Julio Cortez?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cortez, you're charged with failure to stop and give information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with 2 days credit. Understand this charge will go on your record. From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses, testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. Guys, keep it down. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Mr. Cortez, you now have this failure to stop and give information. You have a prior DWI, prior suspended license case. You and a car don't agree. Don't get into a car if you don't have a license and insurance. If I see you back here, it's not going to go well. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to this offense?
Yes.
I will find you guilty. I will reluctantly accept this agreement. It's not going to happen again. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Love.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Cortez?
I've got Mr. Gallegos, Judge.
Okay.
He's entering into PCI. They just sent us everything. I just need a 1 week reset to get everything submitted for entry.
You got the contract today?
We got it on Friday.
Okay,
We had that done, got an appointment today for dinner.
wonderful. Yeah, if you want a week, you got it. Okay. Whatever you need, Joseph. We got you.
Right now.
If he doesn't have it done, he's got to be here though, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Lot.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Wow. Good morning. What's up?
Mr. Houston.
Are you dismissing it today? Okay, wonderful. I'll sign it as soon as I get it.
I gave it to your chief. Just a little while.
Okay, so you're going to dismiss it today?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, thanks.
That lawyer just walked up to the judge and got a whole case dismissed without saying 2 words. He said hello.
We're happy that you're here. Is Mr. Houston here? So if you want to just tell him to wait, we'll give him a copy here momentarily. Sure. Hi, Anna.
He can reach the cookies on the
Good morning.
top shelf.
I'm here on Gregory Moses for a plea.
Okay.
When they put the code, the NCIC code in originally, they used the wrong code. So we're
Okay.
reducing it to the correct
Do you
code.
need me to make a docket notation or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's a companion case that's going to be dismissed.
The evading is going to be dismissed? Okay. Mr. Moses, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with evading arrest. You're also charged with criminal trespass. It looks like they're reducing the criminal trespass to a Class B, so you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you
3 days to 2 days credit.
3 days in jail, credit for the 2 days that you've done. Understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure this is what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you do this, you can never change this.
Yes, sir.
You are getting the benefit of this bargain because the more serious case is getting dismissed. But understand, from now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for whatever you pick up. Do you understand? Still want to do this? How do you plead to the offense of criminal trespass?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, sentence you to it. I will roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Yes. Yeah. Who do we have here?
Is that from Byron Ortiz? Solo mira el juez y le contesta nada más en español. ¿Ok? Permítase la realidad que va a hablar.
Good morning, Mr. Ortiz.
Buenos días, señor Ortiz.
Mr. Ortiz, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Looks like he also has a possession case upstairs. Okay. You're really working out a great deal. They're going to dismiss the more serious felony in exchange for your plea on this case. You must understand, Mr. Ortiz, I will do everything in my power to protect the public. I don't care if I hurt your feelings. I don't care if it's an inconvenience to you. If you have a drug or alcohol problem and you cannot handle that problem, I'm going to do it for you. You are now mine on this probation. And if you show me that you cannot stop consuming alcohol or any kind of illegal dope, I will put you in a rehab facility. It's a minimum of 9 months if you respond well to treatment. I don't want to have to do this. The only thing I'm asking you to do is don't get into a car and drive. And don't consume alcohol or illegal drugs. Do you understand?
Sí, señor. Sí, señor. Sí, señor. Tiene que hablar. Sí, señor.
You must, as a part of this agreement that you're entering into now, you were entering into a contract with me. You must do a DWI education class, 2 victim impact panels. Has he done a TRAS already or no?
No, he has not, Judge.
You must do what's called a TRAS. It's an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. You must fulfill those conditions successfully. No drugs, no alcohol, substance abuse treatment, no breath test refusal. If you get into a car and drive and an officer asks you to take a breath test, you must take a breath test. As it stands now, if you do not have a license, you may not drive. Do you have a Texas driver license?
No.
Do not drive. I'm telling you now, Mr. Ortiz, there's nothing that will make me more upset than you driving. You understand?
¿Entendió, señor?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
You must also have a guardian interlock, but
Watch, when he turns around, he's probably gonna have these real long arms. His arms are gonna probably be super long.
with this one, we will do a portable device. How old are you, sir?
¿Qué edad tiene usted, señor? 27 years of age.
What do you do for a living?
¿Qué se dedica? ¿En qué trabaja?
Oh, no, ahorita no estaba trabajando, era mesero.
Right now, I'm not working. I used to be a waiter.
Does he have family here? What's his social situation? Antonio, do you know?
He has no family here. No.
How are you going to get from point, how are you going to be able to complete this?
Some friends.
Is this a wise thing? What do you think?
Well, considering the fact that felony, this is more like coming from them. It's a, just talk to his felony defense counsel, and he's the one that arranged it so that they can dismiss that one. But they have to have him on probation here.
This probation is going to be tough. If you have any problems, come back, or at the minimum, get Antonio's number. Call him if you have any issues. I'm telling you now, the worst possible thing you can do is just take off and do nothing. Don't, because they can always refile this felony against you. If you do that, they're expecting you to successfully complete this. And if you don't,
can somebody please explain to Fozzie what the Wizard of Oz is?
they may very well refile this case against you again, because they can. If you have any issues, come back to us. Don't come back to us if you have any issues, but don't take off. How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty, Mr. Ortiz. I wish you the best of luck. I will cut all your fees so you won't have to pay for a thing. I cannot waive the fees for the third-party classes, the outside stuff, but for stuff that we have, you won't have to worry about the money. Just show up and don't drink, don't get into a car. All right?
Thank you.
Do that walk through, give the judge the yes. Yeah. I'll have him on the box here.
Thank you so much. It's this one. It's for Jesse.
Ready, Mr. Gold?
Yes, Your Honor.
Come on.
Would you like me to call my client up?
Please.
Mr. Hoodlow, and I have a bond from present as well, Your Honor.
No answer. Donald Hudlow.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hudlow, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer, a lawyer will be appointed to represent you. Okay.
Yes, Judge, on May 19, 2024, officers were dispatched to a trailer in Harris County, Texas. Complainant and the defendant are roommates. Complainant had a swollen knot, approximately 2 to 3 inches in length on the complainant's left forearm. Complainant's forearm was also very bruised and had a small cut. It was slightly bleeding. The complainant stated that the defendant and her just returned from the grocery store and to the local home residence. While they were unloading groceries, the defendant and the complainant got into a verbal argument about the defendant's vehicle parked in front of the residence. And the defendant approached the complainant angrily, pushed the complainant with his chest into hers. The complainant advised that the defendant used his chest to push the victim a few times, then headbutted her, using his forehead to strike the complainant's forehead. The defendant pushed the complainant again with his chest, causing the complainant to fall into the grassy ditch located next to the driveway in front of the residence. The complainant advised she felt pain.
Okay. Mr. Hudlow, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm entering now what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. That is a court order that identifies Heather Eileen Donovan as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person, commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of 7245 Fairbanks, North Houston, apartment 104. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
That's not your house, is it?
It is, yes, sir.
Okay. What's the status
We're
now?
roommates. This is not an intimate relationship. He still lives there. We are asking for no threatening, harassment, communication, and to remove the residency restriction. If you feel that's not appropriate, he'll find some.
I don't, my only concern is what she wants.
I don't know if I don't think they've reached out.
So have you had an opportunity to speak to her?
Not at this point, Your Honor.
Okay. I want to do what she wants to do.
So many ideas.
And I don't know if she wants to have contact with you at this point. So what we can do is we can stand down for a moment, give the state an opportunity to go reach out to her to see if she wants that. If she does, then we'll do no threatening or harassing. But until I know that she wants to have contact with you, I'm going to order no contact and no weapons, and the protective order stays. So if you want to stand down for a second, it's only 10 o'clock.
If you'd like, Your Honor, we could just go through the arraignment. You could do no contact and determine the bond. And if the state does get a hold of her and she does want to allow contact, we can reapproach this on the conditions. That might save her some time.
Okay, then. So the only prior criminal history I see with you, Mr. Hudlow, is that you have a burglary of a motor vehicle from 1995, right? I'll grant you a PR bond. Mr. Hudlow, you will not get another one from me, though. If you violate these conditions, you pick up a new case, I will revoke this bond. I'm going to make it sky high. My only thing is public safety. I don't care about anything else. You endanger her, you and I will have issues.
We've been friends for.
Don't say anything. You don't have to say, you don't have to justify. I'm just telling you how I think, and public safety is my number one. Nothing else matters. Okay. So for now, I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. We'll then have you just take a seat in the jury box till we get all the paperwork ready for you. I'll have you sign it, and after that, you'll be free to go. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
How much are you setting the bond?
$1,000.
Is that $1,000?
Yeah.
PR bond?
Okay.
It's out of the same transaction as felony. Felony was supposed to be yesterday, but then they auto reset her to June 27th.
Today is clear trial. Today is clear trial.
Trial it is, Judge.
Okay. Okay. It's 300 days.
I'm hoping to work him out. Felony just
It's
hasn't
too long, and I'm not going to sit there and wait.
No, you're fine, Judge. I understand. The DWI upstairs, they just haven't been able to test the blood. And I think they're near a resolution.
Ramona, where we at? Ramona, where we at?
So Judge, if we'll be into why. Maybe
Nathan,
the
you're-
9th
you're,
of July.
repeating yourself.
No, you're repeating yourself too, Judge. We have a terrible echo.
I should have looped this part.
I think it's because I was plugged into my car, so I unplugged from my car.
What about now? No echo?
Any date in July is as long as it's not July 4th week.
Yeah, we wouldn't do that. July 9th?
Sounds good to me, Judge. I saw the client standing in the back of the courtroom, so we can chat tonight.
There's nothing in June, Ramona?
No. June 11th, but I doubt he'll be ready by then.
Say it again?
June 11th, but I doubt he's gonna be ready by then.
Probably not.
No, June 11th is too quick. Okay. So what day did you say, Ramona? July what?
July 9th.
Okay, it is.
Please and thank you, Judge.
What else you got, Nathan?
Oh, that's all I've got. Permission for me and Ms. Quinteros to be excused.
Yeah, we need him to sign a reset. We'll have her sign it here momentarily, and good luck with that kid.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, have fun. Okay, you ready?
This is Mr. Haywood, Your Honor.
Mr. Haywood?
Morning, sir.
So you're charged with burglary of a motor vehicle. You're facing up to a year in jail and or $4,000 fine. What have you guys worked out?
You working on an arraignment?
Oh, it's an arraignment.
Yes, Judge.
I didn't realize that. I thought we were doing a plea. Okay. That makes me happy because you're way too young. What are you, 17, 22?
21.
21. Why is he still in? What happened? You're 21 and you have all these priors? What the heck, man?
Everybody perfect.
Don't say anything. It's a rhetorical question. 1, 2, 3, 4, assault, criminal trespass, attempted assault on a public servant, possession of a controlled substance, unauthorized absence from a correctional facility, felony retaliation, assault, felony assault, assault of a public servant, assault of a public servant, harassment of a public servant, assault of a public servant, now 2 counts of a burglary of a motor vehicle and a robbery. Something's not taking. Let's do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. If anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you. Please.
On May 22nd, 2024, officers responded to an apartment complex and observed the defendant detained by citizens. Complainant advised that he was inside of his apartment and observed the defendant sitting in the driver's seat of his vehicle. Complainant got his brother, went outside, and observed the defendant walking away. Complainant and his brother attempted to stop the defendant and got into a physical altercation with him. And at one point, defendant pepper sprayed complainant's brother. 3 other tenants heard the commotion and came outside to also find that their vehicles had been broken into and they were unable to start due to damage to their control panels. One complainant advised that his phone was taken from his car. Defendant was found with the phone and a programming device used to start cars without their keys, and defendant admitted to burglarizing the vehicle.
Was the robbery due to the pepper spray?
One moment.
Everything was already taken. I don't see where the robbery comes in. Took everything from the vehicle.
Yes, Judge.
Hi,
It is
Melissa.
charged- It is pled as spraying the complainant with the robbery.
with the intent to obtain and maintain control of the property intentionally or knowingly, and
Thank you for sending the pictures of the judge courtroom where everybody sits in Discord. Guys, if you want to know where everybody sits off camera, like where we can't see very well, come into Discord. I guess I should do that. Here's Discord. Because, you know, we try to figure it out in our brains and we talk about it, but Melissa and Victoria sent us pictures of exactly where everybody sits, so now we know.
recklessly caused bodily injury by spraying the complainant with a chemical agent. Not only that, you're enhanced with the felony retaliation. So are we looking at a 15 to life? Jay, is this a 15 to life case?
Sleep well, Spud.
Our case number is 2511-521. Fifth, it's elevated to a 5 to life. I don't know about giving you a PR bond, man. All I care about is public safety, Mr. Haywood, and I don't know if we get it with you. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond, if you get out, to remain under home confinement, to have the GPS monitor, not to have any contact with the complaining witness, and not to go in 1,000 feet of this apartment. It's an apartment complex?
Yes, sir.
Not to go within 1,000 feet of this apartment complex. No weapons, undergo random drug testing for alcohol and any kind of dope. Your bond now is set at $15,000 in the robbery case. They gave you PR bonds with ours. I don't know if I'm down with that, you know, not with that kind of criminal history and the fact that he just had an assault dismissed of servant. So guys, please, home confinement, no weapons.
And he does work at a tire shop on,
Really?
Really?
Yes, sir. My other job was in Dickerson, Texas. It's the same people. I was doing moonwalks and tires, sir.
Here we
You
go.
scare me, Mr. Haywood. Truly, at 21 and with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 priors at 21, and now you're charged with 3 cases, one of those being a 5 to life first degree felony. Ha! I'm sorry, Alan. He scares me. Just bottom line. My only concern is public safety, Mr. Haywood. That's all I care about in this life. You know, you live in Texas. You don't live in Montana, Wyoming. People like their guns and they like their cars. Not a month ago, someone died from a gunshot because of breaking into a car. And the way you look at me now tells me what I can look forward to. All right. Please don't send him down because we need him to sign some conditions, please. There's no co-defendant, or was there a co-defendant? If there is, like, what is Yats?
Venga para acá, hermanito. ¿Qué tal? Uy, me gusta la camisa. Bien, chévere. Hágase aquí cerca, por favor. Mira el juez, no me mire a mí, le contesta en español. Licenciado, ¿me da el numerito, por favor?
Yes, sir. 248-3010.
Thank you, sir. Así, señor, y no, señor. ¿Okay? Cualquier pregunta que tenga se la refiere a su licenciado. Gracias.
You, Mr. Juarez Yax.
Yes.
Order in the court for plea.
Thank you.
Mr. Juarez Yax, you are charged with driving while intoxicated. You are facing up to a year in jail and or $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 1 day that you've done. Understand, Mr. Juarez, that this charge will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. It's even there after you die. When you get pulled over, the first thing an officer does, they run your license, they run your criminal history. They're going to see that you have a prior DWI. If they roll up to your window and they smell alcohol on you, after learning you have a prior DWI, what do you think they're going to do to you?
Arrest me.
Very good. That's right. It doesn't matter if you're drunk or not. What we're doing today will not happen again. From now on, you are facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. And I'm warning you that if you're not in this country with permission, you go to jail for that time, I guarantee you will get an immigration detainer. You will be stuck like Chuck in jail until immigration decides what to do with you. So if I were you, I would never get in a car, even if you've had one beer. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this, you can never come back and change this, challenge this, say, I didn't know. You understand?
Yes, sir.
This is what you want to do.
¿Eso es lo que usted desea hacer? Sí. Yes.
How do you plead to the
¿Cómo se
office?
declara la ofensa, señor? Culpable. Guilty.
I will find you guilty. I will follow the agreement.
¿De acuerdo?
I'm going to suspend your ability to drive for 90 days. Do not get into a car, otherwise you will be back here, sir.
Aquí de nuevo, señor. ¿Entendido?
Good luck. Okay. Thank you, Judge. Kevin, are you ready or no? Okay. All right, guys, keep it down, please. Are you Eduardo Rodriguez? Mr. Rodriguez, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present and questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you do not afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir. Okay.
Yes, so on May 23rd, 2024, officers responded to a disturbance at the 1900 block of Hillshire Drive at 1928 Hillshire Drive, which is a single-story residence. There are no cameras. The incident occurred in front yard of a residence near the roadway. Officers, they were informed by dispatcher that assault had occurred. The officers were informed that the caller was claiming that an involved party was leaving the scene in a Honda passenger car. Officers arrived on the scene, did not observe the suspect. The defendant, after he arrived at the scene, did not observe the suspect vehicle. The caller identified via the text as Eduardo Rodriguez. The defendant claimed that he had gotten into an altercation with an unknown male in the front residence. The defendant stated that his wife had left with the male suspect and the male's wife earlier in the day. The defendant claimed that he did not like his wife being away and drove to the restaurant where the group was located. The defendant stated that he took his wife's cell phone from her and returned to the residence as he believed she would return home to get it. The defendant stated that his wife returned with the male and the male subject's wife, and the subject asked to come speak with him, and he claimed that he did not want to. The defendant stated that he told the male to leave multiple times before the two began arguing in the front yard. The defendant stated that the male attempted to strike him in the front yard. However, he claimed he blocked the punch. And the defendant further stated that he retreated to his his residence until he returned with his stepson and began arguing with the male. Defendant stated that he did not know the name of the male and stated his wife may know. However, he stated that he should not be able to help the officers. Defendant needed to speak with his wife and she would not help. Officers observed the female exit the residence with marks across her chest as light lacerations to her right arm near her elbow. The woman was asked to speak inside the residence. The woman identified as Tanya claimed that her husband was out of control and caused the injuries observed while in the front yard of the residence. Complainant claimed that she was with her friend from church who was accompanied by her husband. Complainant claimed that her 14-year-old daughter accompanied her to lunch with the couple. And the defendant was calling her cell phone nonstop while she was with the group, and she stopped replying. Complainant claimed that the defendant arrived at the restaurant with her child and left the youngest child off at the residence went out for drinks with the couple. Complainant stated that the defendant began confrontation with the male and struck him multiple times in the front yard. The complainant claimed that the male was Salazar Delgado and the female friend was Sofia Delgado. The complainant did not provide contact information. The child, their child witnessed the incident, and she rushed her friend away to the residence after the incident. Because
I mean, this person needs to go back to school to write an offense report, for real. Really? So what do we have here? All we have,
that he assaulted his wife as well as.
I didn't hear how. All I have is that there's scratches on the chest and on an arm, but I don't have anything else. I need more.
The complainant had described that claim that she observed the defendant pull the complainant from the vehicle and aggressively.
Yeah, I'm pausing this painful part. Victoria, thank you so much for the picture in Discord. It really, really helped us snap everything together. Because I always wonder, I always try to figure it out. And I always ask chat, but we don't know. So that was an awesome couple of pictures. Thank you.
And it's not the first incident where this had occurred. Officers returned to the defendant injuries. Injuries observed must have come from the male subject in the vehicle. That's what the defendant said. Defendant denies removing the camera from the residence and claimed that the complainant, there were cameras, but they were removed. He denies that he removed the cameras, pulled the device off the house. So she claims she was injured. A court up here says she was injured by her husband, said he was out of control.
Does it say that the injuries occurred by him pulling her out of the car?
That's what, as I'm ciphering through here, Your Honor.
I guess, Michael, let's do this because I want more clear cut. So I'm going to have him just take a seat for now. I want him to take a clear look at it first. All right. So can you bear with me just a couple minutes? Mr.
This is a DV case, so of course.
Let's do this. Just take a seat for me in the jury box now. Let me get the proper prosecutors here because there's a specific division that deals with these cases so we can get a better clear understanding because I don't want to find probable cause unless there's actual probable cause. Okay? Please. Go. Take your time. Mr. Rodriguez. Guys, keep it down, please. Mr. Rodriguez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm now entering what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. That is a court order that identifies Tanya Rodriguez as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. Do you understand? If you violate this court order, the state can and will file a violation protective order. And I'm telling you, that's one of the worst cases you can pick up. You violate conditions on a VPO, I can hold you at no bond. zero bond, and I will do it in a heartbeat to protect Harris County. Do you understand?
Sorry.
When I mean no contact, I mean no contact in any way. Phone calls, text messages, smoke signals, social media, Snapchat, anything. I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of any weapons as well. You have a good lawyer here. Listen to Mr. Pham. He will tell you how to take care of this case. If Michael comes back to me and tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're ducking and dodging and playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You will not get any more PR bonds. You pick up another case or any more issues, it's over. Do you understand? All right. I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset for now. After that, we'll have you take your signature box over, get your paperwork, we'll have you sign it, and then you'll be free to go, sir.
Thank you.
Cassandra Welling, thank you so much for the support on my Patreon. I really appreciate it.
Good morning, Ms. Barnes. Ma'am, you were charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail, credit for the 34 days in jail. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this, you can never come back and challenge this or change this. Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you, you spent, what, 34 days in jail? Was it worth it?
No, sir, not really.
Consider that next time.
Yes, sir.
Self-control. That's why we have everybody in jail. No self-control. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. So I would be very careful. Next time you lose self-control, it's going to be 3 months. Good luck. Or how do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty? I'll find you guilty. Sentence you to the agreement. Self-control. Good luck. Thank you.
Why is Mr. Jeter go back here? He's on the docket today.
Am I the only one that was expecting a little bit more from that last lady? I feel let down. That was anticlimactic.
So here's what happened. Mr. DeVille, I asked you, I'm sorry, I didn't ask you. I told you no drugs, no alcohol. I put you into custody last week because I ordered you to go take a drug test and you just took off of me. Someone saw fit to give you a PR bond and they let you out a couple days ago. You're here today. I sent you for a drug test. You tested positive for PCP. I'm taking you into custody again. So I'm going to keep you with me, man. So we will go through this again, and then at some point we'll get to you, man. But
There you go, you're pretty cool.
that's it. So we'll just give you,
If he's still scheduled for T-Rex.
let's do that.
Okay.
I would like to have,
I guess we'll just keep the same days we had before.
Yeah.
Plus, he was wearing sunglasses in court with a hoodie in court. If I ever go to court, I'm wearing a prom dress. I'm wearing a ball gown. I'm dressing way up. By years, do you mean hours legal? I'm calling cap. Absolutely, yes. We don't see a lot of it in court, though. Isn't that weird? With a tiara, yeah. They're going in front of the judge with the tiara. Carolyn's gonna wear a Fozzie mask if she goes to court. That's a really look in just general chat, Cha, and you'll see. Remember in grade school where they showed us those videos about PCP and how bad it was? They showed this one girl taking PCP and then jumping out of the school out of the second floor window or whatever. We were all like, whoa. We also had a fair, like a big fair, a big state fair, and they had this white tent. You had to pay $1 to get in. And okay, so you go into this white tent, probably a 10 by 10, and inside was a cage. And inside the cage was a guy in a wheelchair. And like you had just enough room that your back touched the wall of the tent while you're in there, and you had to walk around the cage, and he was on drugs. He was shaking the cage and everything as you went by. Yeah, they did all kinds of stuff when we were little to scare us against drugs. You know, none of it was really true, but they did it. Yes, we were asking about the judge's bracelet. Someone type in all caps the question that they wanted to know about the bracelet. Yeah. Yep. Smoking pot and then touching a hot stove because they didn't know. Just say no was all we heard. Just say no. But then we also heard just do it. Just do it all the time. We always heard, oh, did you make that? No way. Did you make that bracelet for him? No way. Plot twist, guys. His kid made it for him. That's so cute. That's so cute. They did go the other way. Now everybody's now everybody's on drugs. Oh, you remember. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you smoked pot, you're gonna be a heroin addict, cocaine addict. Oh, his wife made it for him. You know what? I was thinking today while we were doing this stream, it's possible that the judge's wife might possibly watch some of these YouTube channels that show him. You know that? I never knew where they were either, Catherine. Although my parents had to check all my candy for razor blades, but they didn't really check my candy for razor blades. They just said, I have to check that first. It really is. It really is romantic that he wears a bracelet his wife made for him. Oh, by the way, guys, we're done with the court video. So if you don't want to hear me talking, leave. Leave. I don't want to, yeah, I don't want to date. And they would steal all the Snickers. Yeah. We do love that, Victoria. We really, really do. No, Carolyn, it was sugar that you dipped into sugar. So was the judge. I saw the judge snacking on a little snacky snack. So I got 2 computers left, but I'm getting my new cord today. No, sugar's good. Bye, Monica. All right. Monica's the new Karen in my universe now. Oh no, but not Monica though. We love the other Monica. Have we seen Monica M lately? Also, have we seen May? Where's May? We haven't seen May lately. We have not seen Cloud lately. No, I didn't fix my AC, but me and Donald are gonna go work on it in now. Donald is an expert technician. Hi, Ramona. Please don't say. Are you the Ramona from? Are you the Ramona? Are you Ramona from Judge Fleischer's courtroom? Oh my God, it is. I was joking. Guys, that's Ramona. Hi, Ramona. Guys, that's Ramona from Judge Fleischer's courtroom. I do never want to head over to Ramona. I never, ever, ever want to head over to Ramona. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get in trouble with Judge Fleischer. Could you imagine? Uh, if you like did the growl thing at me? Urgh. No, no. Man, you guys got to get to work because yesterday was a light day. Hopefully today's a light day too. I fit everything into one video today. Hi, good US citizen. Good US citizen. I get it. It was in lowercase. That's us to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get some comments about that. We all know Melissa, Ramona, and Victoria. They're the real judge in that courtroom. Oh man. That's exciting. And we know where you sit now, Ramona, because we got a picture. We got a picture of a desk. Hi, Tara. Good US citizen is Tara, guys. And next time I'm not going to remember that. So put that little arrow again. Put that little arrow so that we know. Always say when you come in, hi Vibers, I'm Tara. Oh, yep. And Kelly has been, oh no. Guys, Ramona, Victoria, and Melissa are in Houston and the thunderstorms are going there. I wonder if I can show this picture. Wonder if you'll see it. I got a picture of the roadways in Houston. I don't know if I have it here. I don't know if I can show it. But you guys probably are. No, I don't. I'm going to get it for tomorrow's stream. They have these roads in Houston that, hold on, maybe I can find it on Google. Crazy Houston Highway sounds good. That's not it. I mean, that's a good picture, but that's not it. No, no. Yeah, there it is. Found it. Yep, there it is. I'm going to show you this. Give me 2 seconds. Three seconds? Wrong screen. All right, can you see that? That's crazy. That's crazy. You got bronchitis, Alan. Go to bed. Go get some sleep. Fozzie, you have to drive that far. Oh, look, guys, right there's Fozzie. Right there, right in the middle. See him? Nicola, a man designed that. Shh, don't tell them. I wonder if you guys have to go on that crazy every day. I mean, it takes me minutes to get to work. I just don't have to do that. I just don't. That's not really Fozzie Cha. I was joking. Oh, Terry. I'm sorry. Spaghetti Junction in Atlanta. Okay, let's look that up. Did you guys see that it was like a 40-lane road in China that goes down to 4 lanes? There's Spaghetti Junction. Let me get that other one. You got, if you've never seen it, it's shocking. Here we go. Oh man, there's so many pictures of it and they're all anxiety inducing. None of those are really the one that I want. It doesn't show how it goes down the 4 lanes. Oh, it's just so bad. All right, this is the best I got in such short notice. It is anxiety inducing, I'm telling you. I warned you. So these all go right past this down the 4 lanes. They all have to squeeze together into 4 lanes. Could you imagine doing that? No, thank you. No, thank you. And they all look so orderly for some reason. I know if this was where I am, there would be cars sideways and backwards. Yes, those are all lanes, and they all just merge together into 4 lanes. And I think it's China. I could be wrong. I'm always wrong. Yes. I think he'll know, but he might. Maybe he's played that on his guitar before. That's crazy. What? Oh, guys, no Victoria today. No Victoria. Who's going to keep the judge in line? Ramona, you got some heavy lifting to do today. Whew, whew, whew. I don't know why. It's just weird that that one guy, because we've seen people with no license driving. Kelly, you're old enough to remember. I bet you can. Yes, yes, you can. I hope no scary people go in your court today. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we've seen people drive all the time while they're in court with no license. Stressful. It's very stressful. I think there's one of those in like a whole bunch of different area codes, and people still get them, and people still get calls. Yikes. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do it. All right, hold on. Coupunt Ritterkirk. Oh, hi, by the way. Tina's here. Yes, that's what we want. Little pink bunny is hopping into court today. That's what we want. All right, time to go. Fozzie's gonna go watch Wizard of Oz. He watched West Side Story twice yesterday, but he won't admit it. Watch. He'll say, "No, I didn't." No, I don't ever want to be stuck like. It's in the whole other tab. Okay, hold on. I put that other tab away. I had it open the whole time waiting to see if I had to give a wrench away. And now I have to scroll up and find Ramona. Man, Fozzie. Keeps me working. It's almost like a job now, Fozzie. Amy, you have a good day too. All right. Bye, Vibers. I hope you have a great day. Thank you again for the PayPals and the Patreon. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. I will see you guys in Discord. This Discord. I'll see you guys in Discord, especially you, Donald, if you're still here. Yeah, Fozzie keeps me on my toes. Bye, guys. Thank you so much, guys. See ya.